Good morning, good afternoon, in fact. Welcome to Rodha. I hope you are doing fine. I hope I'm audible or visible to all of you. Yes? Okay. So, I guess let's begin with the discussion. Today, I have selected previous year puzzles, a couple of puzzles which are very interesting, and supposedly we should all solve those puzzles. Very interesting questions. These questions are basically from the topic, very important topic, Venn diagram. Okay. And Venn diagram is a prominent topic for CAT. We have done previously couple of sets also. So this is going to be an extension of the sets which we have done in the previous classes. Okay. A very small announcement I have to make. We have launched a batch on 22nd February. The batch code is R4. Okay. My name is Swapanil. I'll be taking LRDI class in that batch. Fine. And Quant will be taken by Apoop sir. And VARC will be taken by KD sir. This is a complete English medium batch. So if you want, you can join this batch. It's going to be an awesome experience, let me tell you. And myself is, I'm working in this industry for the last 20 years. So I have taught more than 10,000 students in my career. I'll be taking LRDI class in that batch. Apoorv sir is an expert of quant. VRC will be taken by our Ayush sir and KD sir. So they don't need any sort of introduction for themselves. Okay, so let's begin with the discussion. This is the first set I have chosen to discuss on this platform. The set is something which is going to be, it's a little challenging to understand the set first of all. Let's read the set and let's understand what is going to happen in this set. If you read the question, this will give you an impression that this question is of, multiple layers and multiple, it's going to be a slightly complex one. But once you figure out what is exactly required in the set, it becomes a little easy. Okay, let's first of all read this. What is mentioned in the question? A student in a college are discussing two proposals. A proposal by the authorities to introduce dress code on campus, and B, a proposal by the students to allow multinational food franchises to set up outlet at the campus. So there are two proposals, A and B. We don't have to understand what A is representing, what is B representing. Good morning Aditya. Good morning Bhavya. Good morning Nitesh. Is everything okay? Am I audible? Can you see the screen? Can you see the question? Good morning Aditya. Yes Aditya, there is an option. You can talk to the support. They will definitely let you know. Fine, you can take individual courses, not a problem. Good morning Dheeraj. Okay. A student does not necessarily support either of the two proposals. This is a very important point. That means if you ask a student, which proposal do you support? So that student, let's say if I ask student X, that student can say that I support proposal A or I support proposal B. I can support both the proposals. I can support neither of the proposals. That is what the question is telling us. It is not necessary for a student to support any proposal. The student can say I don't like any of the two proposals. Fine. So it's not necessary they have to support. Fine. What else? In the upcoming election for the Students' Union President, there are two candidates in fray, Sunita and Ragini. Every student prefer one of the two candidates. That is again a very important statement. That there is no student who will say that I do not prefer Sunita or I do not prefer Ragini. They prefer either Sunita or Ragini for the student president's post. And if they prefer Sunita, they will not prefer Ragini. If they prefer Ragini, they will not prefer Sunita. That is what it is. Every student prefer one of the two candidates. One of the two candidates. That means they will not prefer both the candidates. Nobody will prefer both the candidates. And every student means, that means there is no student in the school or whatever the number of students are there, that they will not prefer any of the two candidates. They will definitely prefer one of the two candidates. I hope it is okay. Am I right or not? Are you okay with this? Okay. What else? A survey was conducted among the students by picking up a sample of 500 students. There were 500 students on which the survey was conducted before the election. There were 500. We have to I'm sorry. We have to just think of these 500 students. They were under consideration. They were surveyed, and they provided their opinion about the two people, Sunita and Ragini, in the proposal. They were having A and B. Okay. The following information was noted from this survey. Fine. Let's read the point also. Let's get the idea. How do we make it? Now, as of now, it seems a 4-variable Venn diagram. 2 proposals and 2 people, Sunita and Ragini. Am I right or not? Yes. It seems like a 4-variable Venn diagram. But if you read it properly, it's not a 4-variable Venn diagram because there is nothing common between Sunita and Ragini. Okay. So, what is going to happen in this case? If you read the question smartly, you'll get the idea what is to be done. Let's read the points also. 250 students supported proposal A and 250 students supported proposal B. Among the 200 students who preferred Sunita as a student union president, 80% supported proposal A. Yes? It's a PYQ question. Yes. Among those who preferred Ragini, 30% supported proposal A. That means if you look at this, we have 2 candidates, Sunita and Ragini. So what I can do, I can make one of the Venn diagram for Sunita. Those who support Sunita for student president position, and among those students, those who support Sunita, some of them will like A, some of them will like B, some of them will like both, and some of them will like neither of the 2 proposals. And that can happen for Ragini also. Why am I doing it like this? Because there is nothing common between the number of students who are supporting Sunita or Ragini. Each student will support exactly one candidate among the 2. Nobody will support both the candidates first. Fine. So I'll say Sunita and Ragini are the 2 candidates. And A and B are the proposals given to the students so that they can provide their opinion on it. Yes or no? Fine. It's not possible, maybe 3. It's not possible. There is nothing which can accommodate 3 things. People who are supporting Ragini will support proposal A, proposal B, both or none. People who want Sunita to be the president will support proposal A, proposal B, or both the proposals or none. That is the only possibility because there is no student who is going to support Sunita and Ragini both. I hope it is okay to all of you. Yes? Shanavaz? Dheeraj? Aditya? Yes or no? Please guys keep on replying. Nitesh, Aditya, Bhavya. Okay. So I hope it is okay to all of you as of now. So what I am supposed to do, I am supposed to make a Venn diagram for Sunita. I am supposed to make a Venn diagram for Ragini. Yes. And the people who are supporting Sunita will support 2 proposals, both or none. And same as the case with Ragini. That's what we have. Let's see the questions also. Among the students who surveyed who supported proposal A, what percent preferred Sunita for the student union? So we basically have to find out the value of each independent reasons. This, and this. We find out these values, then we can answer the questions. It is pretty simple to understand that the questions are asked on these particular independent values. If we get the independent values, we can answer the questions. Yes or no? So let's figure this out. We have understood how to make the Venn diagram. We have to have a Venn diagram for Sunita. We have to have a Venn diagram for Ragini. So these are the 2 Venn diagrams. I'll make a Venn diagram for Sunita. I'll make a Venn diagram for Ragini. Okay. And total number of people surveyed was 500. That's what we know. So if you survey 500 people, from the very first statement, I get to know 250 students supported proposal A and 250 students supported proposal B. Fine. So I don't know as of now how many people are supporting Sunita, how many people are supporting Ragini, but what I know, the number of people who support proposal A is 250 and the number of people who support proposal B is also 250. Okay, this is the point I'm not going to use as of now, so I'll just start it so that we can later on come back to the point. Among the 200 students who preferred Sunita, that means 200 students are preferring Sunita for the student president position. That means 300 will prefer who? Ragini. And A proposal and B proposal, A proposal and B proposal. Yes? Fine. But I don't take variable, Dheeraj. I generally avoid variables because if you make variables, it becomes very difficult to solve the question. It becomes very time consuming. Fine, I do not place variable from the very beginning. I figure out most of the values, whatever I can do. And if I'm left with something which I'm not able to figure out by reading the statement, then I'll go for the variables. As of now, I'm not going to use any variable as far as possible. Okay? Fine, Dheeraj? Okay. So among the 200 students who preferred Sunita as Students' Union President, 80% supported proposal A. So what is 80% of 200? What is 80% of 200? 80% of 200 it is asking for. That will be equal to 160. So this is 160. Yes? Yes or no? 80% of 200 is becomes 160. 160 is the number of students who prefer Sunita as the president and they like proposal A. Okay. Now, if I look at this circle is 160, these two values in total has to be 40. Yes or no? So rather than making variables and writing equations, too many equations, just focus on whatever we have got from the equation or from the statements as of now. Okay, let's move ahead then. Among those who preferred Ragini, 30% supported proposal A. So 30% of 300 is equal to 90. So here 90 we have. Yes or no? Now if you look at the first statement, that is completely irrelevant. 250 students supported proposal A. We are still getting 160 plus 90, which is 250. Had it been the case, if they are not given 250, we would have skipped it directly. Okay, so first statement is not actually valuable as of now. Fine. Shall I move ahead? As of now, it is okay. All of you, please guys, keep on replying. थोड़ा सा lag होता है, so I'll take the break for a couple of seconds so that you can understand what is happening, and if you have a question, please ask. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead then. 20% those who supported proposal B preferred Sunita. That is important. Now, how many people who supported proposal B? 250. So 20% of 250, that is what? 100. Yes, 20% of those who supported proposal B preferred Sunita. That means if I look at the Venn diagram of Sunita and the number of students who are supporting proposal B and supporting Sunita as well, that will be what? Sorry, it's not 100, it's 50. I have written the wrong number, it's 50. I'm sorry. This will be 50. Okay, this is 50. Fine with this? Yes? Okay. 40% of those who did not support proposal B preferred Ragini. This is the kind of statement which becomes a little confusing when we are solving this question in the present situation. 40% of those who did not support proposal B. That means I have to choose the portion which is outside the circle which belongs to B. Okay. So I have to choose these portions which is belonging to B. What? This portion, and this portion, this portion. These are the portions which does not belong to B. Yes or no? These are the portions which do not belong to B. As per the students, this is the statement which is going to break this question. Fine. And if you comprehend this statement properly, you'll get the answer very soon. 40% of those who did not support proposal B. How many people supported proposal B? These many. So those who are not supporting proposal B, these are the students they are talking about. So 40% of those who did not support proposal B preferred Ragini. Now as per the statement, how many students support proposal B? 250. That means we have the number of students who do not support proposal B is again 250. And 40% of that, 40% of 250 will be equal to what? 100. Okay, fine. That's what the mistake I did. I was reading the statement, I wrote 40%. That's what it is. So 40% of 250 is 100. So that means this plus this plus this plus this is 100. No, it is mentioned we have to look for the Venn diagram of Ragini. Okay. Now here we have to write variables because we have to understand what is the value which is given to us. So we have to know that anybody who belongs to the Venn diagram of Ragini and does not support proposal B, the summation of these two numbers is going to be 100. So outside the Venn, inside the Venn diagram of Ragini, yes or no? And these are the people they are talking about, and the summation of these two numbers is 100. So if I write something here, let's say this is A and this is B. So what is given to us here? A plus B is equal to 100. Point taken, all of you? Yes, tell me. I'll just wait for a couple of seconds so that you can reply. Fifth statement saying that we have to read the Venn diagram of Ragini, and out in the Venn diagram of Ragini, those who do not support proposal B. Okay? Yes or no? Guys, please tell me. Be prompt. Please reply. How will I understand you are able to understand this or not? Yes or no? Nitesh? Chalo. Let's move ahead then. I guess this is okay to all of you. If you have any problem, just please ask. Yes, it is mentioned 40% of those who did not support proposal B. That means 100. Fine. Prefer Ragini. So we have to, after this we have to get into the Venn diagram of Ragini. So 40% of 250 is the number of people who are supporting Ragini, but they do not prefer proposal B. That means they prefer proposal A or the proposals. Shall I move ahead? Is that okay, Nitesh? Perfect. Every student who prefers Sunita and supported proposal B also supported proposal A. Again, a very important information. Every student who preferred Sunita, that means we have to read the Venn diagram of Sunita. Every student who preferred Sunita and supported proposal B also supported proposal A. That means if anybody is supporting proposal B, that person will definitely support proposal A. That means there is nobody who is supporting only proposal B. This will become 0. Why? Because it is mentioned in the question, every student who prefers Sunita and supported proposal B and supported proposal B supported proposal A as well. That means there is nobody who is supporting proposal B only. अगर आप proposal B support कर रहे हो and सुनीता को आप president बनाना चाहते हो तो आपको proposal A भी support करना पड़ेगा. That means this becomes 0. Yes or no? Once we have established this is 0, this will be 50. Tell me, am I right or not? The entire circle is 50 and this is 0, this will become 50. Yes. Fine. And if this entire circle is 160, this is 50, this will become 110. And now if we look at the total of the Venn diagram, this is 200. 110 plus 50 is 160. This is 0, this will become 40 without any doubt. Yes guys, please tell me. This will become 0. Yes. Okay. 0, 50, 110, this will become 40. Fine. What else do we have? Among those who preferred Ragini, 20% did not support any of the proposal. This will kill the question. That is telling us that B is nothing. It's 20% of kitna hai batana bhi? 300. So what is the value of B? B will be equal to 60. The moment I get B is equal to 60, from A plus B, I'll get value of A, which is equal to 40. Yes. And this is 90. 90 is the value of entire circle. This is 40. This will become 50. Am I right or not? Yes. And what is the total of this Venn diagram? This is 300. This is 90 plus 60 is 150. This is 40 plus 50 plus 60. That will become 150. So if I have to find out this value, I'll subtract 150 from 300. So I'll be getting, let's say this is C. For the time being, understand, this is C. If I have to find out C, there will be 300 minus 90 plus 60 is equal to C. So C will turn out to be 150. Once you get the value of C, which is 150, the value of B will be equal to what? 210. No, sorry, 200. This is 50, not 60. This is 50, so it will become 200. Okay, and now we are done with the Venn diagram. So, if you look at these statements, in exam, if you have the clarity of the thought process, which Venn diagram I need to make, if I would have made Venn diagram for A and B, it would have been a difficult task. I'll tell you why. Because A and B, there can be common, Sunita and Ragini. People made 4 variable Venn diagram out of it. It's going to be very, very complex then to fill this 4 variable Venn diagram. Okay, you can generate different kind of Venn diagram from the same data. But this is, in my opinion, the easiest one, because Sunita and Ragini is not going to be the person which are going to have any candidate which is common. Okay, everybody will prefer only one. Nobody can vote for 2 candidates. I hope it is okay to all of you guys. Yes. Okay, so I'll just take this data to the question slide and we'll answer the questions. Okay, I guess the data is visible to all of you. Okay, let's answer the first question. Answering the question is itself a challenging task. We have to have a lot of comprehension skills in the answering the question also. It's not a straightforward set. If you read the question, among the students who supported proposal A, how many people supported proposal A? We know 250 students supported proposal A. What percent preferred Sunita for the student union president? What percent preferred Sunita? We have to get into the Venn diagram of Sunita, and that is 160. So those who supported proposal A, out of those 160 were willing Sunita to be the president of the student union. Okay, so that is the percentage they are asking for. Fine. This is base in terms of, if you have to convert anything in terms of base, we have in terms of percentage, we have to have a base. Okay. The question is asking, among the students who surveyed proposal A, that is 250 students, fine, what percent preferred or what percentage preferred Sunita for the student union president? So if you look at this, Sunita, student union president supporting proposal A, there is 160. 160 is what percent of 250? There is a question being asked. This is 2, this is 5, this is going to be 32. So my answer is 64%. Yes or no, guys? Is that okay, all of you? Yes, please reply. Is that okay? Fine. Thank you, Priya. Nitesh, Pratikna, Priya, are you okay with this? कोई doubt तो नहीं है? Fine. What percent of the students surveyed who did not support proposal A? What percent of the students who did not support proposal A? There were 500 students, out of which 250 supported proposal A. That means 250 did not supported proposal A. Yes? Hi Harsh. 250 did not support a proposal A. Preferred Ragini as the student union president. Ragini as the student union president. How many people, what percent of the students surveyed who did not support proposal A preferred Ragini as the student union president? Okay. So how many people want Ragini to be the student union president? Tell me. What is the number I am looking for? $260. Absolutely correct. $260. Tell me, 260. No, it's not 260, beta. You have to understand the statement one more time. Listen to this. This he cannot take 200 entirely. You have to take this 150 and you have to take this 60. Fine. If you look at this 50 people, these people are supporting proposal A also. Fine. So what is the number I have to take? What percent of the students surveyed who did not support proposal A? That means we have to get out of the circle of A. That means this and this we have to take. Is it okay? So 150 plus 60 I have to take here. Fine. Outside A. So Ragini outside A. These are the numbers I need to avoid. So what I am going to select? 150 and 60. I hope it is okay. Or you could have done this way also. This is 100 multiplied by 100 to convert into percentage. Or you could have done one more thing. This is going to be, first of all, let's just check this. What is the percentage? 210 by 250 into 100. That is 2. This is 5. This is 42. What is the percentage? 84%. Yes? Fine. You could have done this one more thing, that 90 people are there who are supporting proposal A out of 300 people. If you look at this number, those who supports, Ragini for the student union president, 90 are supporting proposal A. That's what I don't want. Rest of the people can be taken in this particular question. Out of 250, that is what the percentage the question is asking for. So 300 minus 90, because these 90 people should not be taken care of in this particular question. The question is asking those who do not support proposal A. So that means 150 plus 60, or you can subtract 300 में से क्या 90 to get the answer. This will still be what percentage? 84%. Is it okay, guys? Fine with this? So the answer for the first question is 64%. Answer for the second question is 84%. Clear? Any doubt in this? Priya, Nitesh, Pratikna, Harsh. Okay, fine. Let's move ahead then. What percent of the students surveyed who supported both proposal A and B? Both proposal A and B. That means how many people supporting proposal A as well as proposal B? Tell me. 50 plus 50. For this question, 50 plus 50 people are supporting proposal A and B, both of them. It's not about the people they are considering, it's about the proposal A and B. So Sunita supported by 50 people who are supporting proposal A and B. Ragini supported by 50 people who are supporting proposal A and B. That is what we have to take. That is 50. Fine. Yes or no? Preferred Sunita as the student union president. How many of them are supporting Sunita for the student union president? 50 into 100. That will be equal to 1 by 2. That will make it 50%. Priya, is that okay, beta? Fine. these 50 people supporting both the proposals. These 50 people are supporting both the proposals. Out of these 50 are supporting Sunita to be the president of student union. So that is what the percentage the question is asking for. So 50 is what percent of 100? That is 50%. Clean? कोई doubt तो नहीं है इसमें? चलो. How many students surveyed supported proposal B? How many students? Now this is the question asking for number. This is not asking for percentage. What is my answer for the question number 3? That is B. How many students surveyed supported proposal B, did not support proposal A, and preferred Ragini as the student union president? This is 150. Supported proposal B, fine, but did not support proposal A. That means, and support, asking for Ragini to be the student union president. So this is the number. They are supporting proposal B, not supporting proposal A, and they want Ragini to be the student union president. That is 150. Okay. So not a very straightforward question. If you understand, if you see that question in exam, it's not going to be very easy. It's not going to be straightforward, but we have to have the skill to understand the Venn diagram and get the answer. Understood all of you? Tell me, is that okay? Please guys reply yes or no. Are you okay with this? Good morning everybody, good morning those who have just joined. I will discuss one more set, that will be it from this particular discussion. This is the set I have chosen. We have discussed this is the second set. You just read the set, you'll probably get the idea what is to be done. We'll read the set together. A survey of 600 students in India was conducted to gather the information about their online teaching progress, OTLP. See, in CAT what happens? In generally they make something out of the question by giving you some fancy info and nomenclature, fancy. If you look at the previous question also, there was no problem in answering the question. If you read the question properly, forget about the information given as such, what is the nomenclature they are using, it becomes very easy to answer the question. Yes or no? Same is the case with this particular set. If you read the question in too deep, that what is F1, what is F2, what is F3, what is F4, it doesn't matter, you can provide any name for all of them. So a survey of 600 schools in India was conducted to gather the information about their online teaching learning progress. Fine. The following 4 facilities were studied. Fine. F1, F2, F3 and F4. It doesn't matter what is the name of F1, what is the name of F2, what is the name of F3, what is the name of F4. Do you agree with this? Fine. Now this is clear-cut indication we have to have a Venn diagram of 4 variables. We have to have a Venn diagram of 4 variables. Fine. So how does a Venn diagram of 4 variable look like? We have to make a square grid of 3 by 3. Okay. We'll discuss this in detail. Fine. As of now, I'll just give you the idea about it. When we'll do in the class, we'll discuss this in detail. So this is the Venn diagram I'm talking about. This is a Venn diagram which is involving 4 variables. Okay. So we have to have 16 regions. It looks like this. Okay. How do I make it? First of all, 3 cross 3 grid I'm going to make. I'll join the alternate lines. Okay. And this block is going to be like this. Okay. How do I make it like this? Why do I make it like this? We'll discuss this in class. As of now, we just have to understand because we don't have that much of time to discuss everything in so much of detail. Fine. We are more focused on the solution of the question. So these are the 16 reasons I'm supposed to get for 4 variable Venn diagram. Okay. So if you look at the number of reasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Okay. So this is what we have as of now. So the following observation were summarized from the survey. How many people are there? 600. And we have to fill this Venn diagram by reading the statement. That is the basic condition given in the question. Let's read the questions also to get the idea. It's a very simple, straightforward question. We just have to find out the value of each particular reason to get the answer. What was the total number of schools having exactly 3 of the 4 facilities? What was the number of schools having facilities F2 and F4? What was the number of schools having only F1 and F3? Something like this. That is what we have to do in this particular set. Okay. So I have copied the data. 600 people were surveyed. That's what we have. I'll write F1 here, F2 here, F3 and F4. Yes? Do you agree with this? Now it is not mentioned that every school will be providing at least one of the 4 facilities. It is not mentioned as of now in the paragraph. So we cannot say this value is 0. Outside value may be 0, may not be 0. That depends upon the number. Do you agree with this? Fine. That means there are few schools which will not satisfy F1, F2, F3 or F4. Okay. That is a possibility because it's not mentioned that every school which were surveyed were satisfying at least one of the 4 criteria or 4 facilities. Yes or no? Please guys reply. Fine with this? Shall I move ahead? So this is what we have. Now what is the statement 1 is saying? Let's understand what we are going to do with the statements. We'll read the statement one by one and try to understand what is happening. 80 schools did not have any of the 4 facilities. That is the very first statement. This is telling us that there are 80 schools which are not having any of the facilities. So we'll write 80 outside the Venn diagram. This is 80. Yes or no? Fine. 40 schools have all the 4 facilities. Some of you might not be knowing 4 variable Venn diagram. Some of you might be knowing. I'll just give you the basic idea as of now to understand the question only. We'll discuss this thing in detail in classes. If we look at which portion is belonging to all the boxes. This box is F1. This box is F2. This box is F3. This box is F4. So if you look at this portion is belonging to all the F1, F2, F3 and F4. That is given to us directly. What is given to us? 40 schools had all the 4 facilities. I'll directly write 40 here. Will that be okay? Yes guys, are you okay with this? Not a problem, I guess. Okay. What else do we have? The number of schools with only F1, only F2, only F3, only F4. That means they do not have any common reason. Only F1 is this, quite simple to understand. This is 25. Yes, this is 25. Only F2 is 30. Only F3 is 26. And only F4 is 20. They do not have anything common with any other facility. So that is what we have. There are 25 schools which will provide only F1, F2 will be provided with only, F2 only will be provided by 30 schools, and F3 26 and F4 will be provided by only 20 students. Yes or no? As of now, shall I move ahead now? Please keep on replying yes or no. Otherwise, how will I understand that I'm able to explain things properly or not? Okay? Just please guys reply. Okay beta, answer dete rahenge. Yes? I'm looking at the chat box in a different laptop. So please, if you say yes, then I'll move ahead. Okay. Fine. The number of schools with exactly 3 of the facilities was same irrespective of which 3 were considered. That is a very, very important statement. And if you look at this statement in 4 variable Venn diagram, this is a very common statement. Fine. They will not give you exactly 3 everywhere. What they do, they just mention that, exactly 3 is same for every portion, or exactly 2 is same for every portion. What is exactly 3 here? This portion belongs to exactly 3. Why? Because this portion is belonging to F1 block, F2 block and F3 block. This portion is belonging to F1, F2 and F3, that is outside F4. This portion is belonging to F2, F3 and F4 and outside F1 only. And this portion is belonging to F1, F2 and F4 and outside F3. So if I talk about exactly 3, the portions which are common or which are adjacent to exactly 4. So this is always exactly 3, this is exactly 3, this is exactly 3, and this is exactly 3. Okay, so we have numbers exactly 3, exactly 3, exactly 3. They are same for everybody. I don't know the number as of now, and what we know, they are same. So we have to use only one variable. So we can write everything here. If you want to write, you can say this is A, this is A, this is A, and this is A. So whatever the combination of 3 facilities you can make, the number of schools providing these 3 facilities is same for any combination of 3 facilities. I hope it is okay to all of you. Yes or no? Fine. 313 school had F2. It is not only F2, it is F2. That means the entire block summation will be equal to 313. Fine. Okay. 26 school had only F2 and F3. Now that is very important. I have to find out a portion which belongs to only F2 and F3. That means common to only these portions. So I cannot take this. This is with common with F1. I cannot take this. This is common with everything. I cannot take this is exactly 3. I cannot take this because this is outside F3. I cannot take this is exactly 3. The only portion I'm left with to consider is this common wala portion. This is what the information is giving to us. Okay. So 26 schools had only F2 and F3. So I'll write 26 here. Yes or no? Fine. What else? Pranam, pranam. Good morning. Good afternoon. Among the schools having F4, 24 had only F3. Again, this statement means that what does it mean? It means only F4 and F3 is 24. Yes, and this means only F4 and F2 is 42. Okay. Among the schools having F4, 24 had only F3, nothing else apart from F3. So this is only F4 and F3. And F4 and F2, that is only F4 and F2 is 45. I hope it is okay. Fine. So only F4 and F3 is 24. So what is F4 and F3? F4 is this, F3 is this is 24. Am I right or not? Okay. And F4 and F2, if you look at F4 and F2, only F4 and F2, that means common portion to these blocks only. This is the portion they are talking about because this is common to only F2 and F4. So this will turn out to be what? Only an F4 and F2, this will be equal to 45. Okay guys? Fine. Do you agree with this? Please guys reply yes or no. Fine. Now 162 school had both F1 and F2. This entire block is F1 and F2 common है, only नहीं लिखा हुआ है. It is mentioned F1 and F2, only is missing. So if only is missing, that means these values is going to be what? 162. If I write B here for the time being, so what is 162? This statement is saying that B plus 2A plus 40 is 162. Only F1 and F2, that is 162. Is that okay all of you? Fine? Okay. Please guys reply. The number of schools having F1 was same as the number of schools having F4. F1 and F4 are same. So if I say this is X, this will also be X. It is not mentioned only, it is talking about the total number. I hope it is okay. Fine. Now this is the question which will test your observation. Now where to start from? Let's understand, I don't have any value for ABC as of now. We cannot have equation, one more equation which will give us the value of AB right now. So we have to look for the common portion which can be excluded. If you look at this portion, categorically, listen to me what I'm doing here. Please guys, focus here. If you look at this portion, this is 162. Yes or no? Fine. So I can get the value of A directly. Am I right or not? If you look at F2 is 162, this entire block, plus 30 plus 26 plus A plus 45, and that is turning out to be 313. Do you guys agree with this? Yes? This B plus A plus 40 plus A is giving to us 162. This is what they are giving us. This, and this is 162. If you make this is 162, the remaining portion has to be 313 minus 162. Will that be okay? Please guys reply yes or no. Okay. So once we have established that this portion is 162 and remaining portion has to be 313 minus 162, so I'll get the value of A. What is the value of A? Tell me. What is the value of A? What is the value of A? Answer to the question. What is the value of A? What is the value of A? Yes? 30 plus 26 plus 45 plus A plus 162 subtracted from 313. What is the value of A? 50? Yes or no? (162 plus 30 is 192 plus 26 is 228 plus 45 is 263. 50 is the value. Yes. So if A is turning out to be 50, we can fill A everywhere. Yes or no? Yes. And once we know that A is 50, I can get the value of B also. B will turn out to be 162 minus 2A plus 40. So B will turn out to be 22. Yes or no? Fine. So B is turning out to be 22 then. Do you agree with this? Now what I'm left with, I have to find out couple of more reasons. The only information I'm left with, x is equal to x, that means f1 is equal to f4. Yes or no? Now there are two ways of looking at this information. If I know f1 is equal to f4, so I don't have to add the common portion. Fine. If I look at these portions, these are common to f1 and f4. Yes or no? Yes or no? Fine. So if I look at these portion, f1 is equal to f4, I'll just write it for the sake of understanding, but there is no point dwelling upon it. This is C and this is D, let's say. So if you look at this, what is the value of f1? This entire summation is going to be f1. Do you agree with this? Tell me. Okay. And if you look at these portions, this portion, this is common to f1 and f4. So I don't have to bother about this portion. I just have to make remaining value equal. Yes. Even if you write it like this, what is the value of f1? I'll just write it. 25 plus 22 plus C plus 50 plus second 50 plus 40 plus D plus 50. That is f1. And this is equal to f4. So what is the value of f4? I'll start writing for f4. 24, 20, fine, 50, 45, and remaining values are 50, these values, plus 40, plus 50, plus D. And if you look at the lower portion, it's same. 50, 50 will cancel, 40, 40 will get cancelled, 50, 50 will again get cancelled, and this D and D will get cancelled. Fine. So if you have this kind of a situation, always understand if we want to make them equal, common portion is common to both of them, so we should not be bothering about them. The only thing which is going to make them equal is the non-common portion or uncommon portion. Okay, so if this portion is common, I should not take this portion. Just have to understand 25, 22, 50 and C should be equal to 50, 24, 20 and 45. Do you agree with this? If you make 25, 22, 50 and C, summation of these four numbers equal to 50, 24, 20 and 45, that will give us the value of C, because if you write this portion to F1 and F4, that will get automatically cancelled. So there is no point writing that. I hope it is okay. Okay. So if you look at this, what is the value of C I am going to get here? Tell me. What is the value of C I am going to get? But I have to participate. You have to answer the question. Yes, tell me. I can cancel 50 here. Yes or no? 25 subtracted, this is -1, this is -3, this is 42. So C will turn out to be 42. Absolutely correct. Okay, and now the moment you get the value of C, you can get the value of D also. What is the value of D? Tell me, how do we get the value of D? Can anybody explain how do we get the value of D? D can be calculated by subtracting everything from 600. D can be calculated by subtracting everything from 600. Do you agree with this? Now this entire block is 313. So we don't have to add it one more time. This entire block is 300. इसको दोबारा जोड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. So I'll just write 313 plus. What is outside 310 apart from D? 25, 42 and 50. And 26, 24, 20. And the last value I am left with is 80. Yes or no? If I look at this entire Venn diagram, I know everything apart from D. So if I have to find out the value of D, I just have to understand that we have to add all the numbers and we have to find out the value of D. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? So what is the value of D I'll be getting? 600 minus, this is going to be 313, 25, 42, 50, 26, 580 I guess. Is it correct? So what is the value of D? That is going to turn out to be 20. Is it correct, all of you? Tell me. Okay, so the value of D is 20. Perfect. Now we have completed the Venn diagram. Now we are supposed to answer the questions. The questions are straightforward. We can answer the questions. I'll take this Venn diagram to the questions and we'll try to answer the questions one by one. Okay. So I'll just copy this data. Do we have any doubt in this particular statement? Tell me, just let me know. If you have any doubt, we'll discuss the doubt. Fine. Anywhere in, across the question. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask the question. I'll definitely discuss the question. By any chance, do we have any doubt in this? Tell me. This is done with F1 is equal to F4. Okay. So let's read the questions and try to answer the question. What was the total number of schools having exactly 3 of the 4 facilities? Very simple. Exactly 3 is 50, 50, 50 and 50. So that will make us 200. Exactly 3 is 4A. So answer is C, Calcutta. Will that be okay? Fine. What was the number of schools having facilities F2 and F4? That means N means common to both of them. And we have to understand N means common to both of them. It is not mentioned only, so we have to look for F2 and F4, which is common to both of them. This is F2 and this is F4. So the question is asking for 40, 50, 50 and 45. 40, 50, 45 and 50. This is what the question is asking for. F2 and F4. Had it been only, then I would have answered 45. It is asking for F2 and F4, not only. Okay, so what is my answer here? 185. Absolutely correct. Badhiya Priya, both say it, a very good answer. What was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F3? Now it is answered different. It is mentioned only. Here we did not have only. Only F1 and F3. What do you mean by only F1 and F3? That means common to only these two. So that is F42 they are asking for. Only F1 and F3, that is 42. Is it okay? Fine. And what about the last statement? What was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F4? Again, only F1 and F4 they are asking for. So that is 20, which is belonging to only F1 and F4. So answer is 20. Understood? Fine with this? Okay, fine. So perfectly all right from this particular session, I guess. Thank you so much for your participation, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Those who have attended the session a little late, they can revisit the session. They can watch the video. I have posted so many videos like this in which I have discussed previous year puzzles. Some of the questions were from Venn diagram. Some of the questions were from different kind of arrangement. And there are many puzzles which I have discussed which do not require any sort of pre-understanding of the LR. You can start from that discussion anywhere. Fine, you don't have to be absolutely pro in understanding those kind of a question. So if you want, you can watch the videos. There are many other videos provided in the Rodha portal. You can watch these videos also. Right. So thank you so much. Thank you, Priya. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you next time. But I'll give you, probably it's on Friday, if not today. I mean, it has been conducted today, probably on Friday. Bye Priya, bye Rishabh, bye everybody. Please guys, the only thing I'm going to get out of it is please like and share the videos. That is something which I have to tell you, the kind of crowd we have, the kind of atmosphere we have. So that is the line which I have to tell. Although it looks a little different for me, but still I would like you to like and subscribe and share the videos with your friends if they are not already attending. Fine. Thank you so much for your participation. Have a great day.